It's the Morgan Evans More or Less Pickleball podcast coming at you in 3, 2, 1, boom. Today I have the great pleasure to talk to a couple of friends of mine. Two players seemingly sponsored by Dairy Queen, but actually sponsored by Selkirk. Along the way to a whole bunch of titles, this sibling duo have captured the hearts of pickleball fans around the globe. I'm joined now with Riley Newman and Lindsey Newman Adams. How you doing, you two?
Good.
We're doing great. A little stir crazy over
trying
here.
to survive.
Trying to survive, yeah. Who's more likely to bring out the kitchen knife at this point?
Ooh, I feel like I'm probably the more feisty one out of the two of us, so probably me. Riley, grew up with 5 sisters, so he has probably more patience than any guy I know. So that would be me with the kitchen knife for sure.
Just a little game of hide and go seek, just like we were little.
Do you know all her general hiding areas where she's likely to try to run away?
I know all the exact hiding spots since we were age like 3. Now it's just moving into different houses. But no, it's honestly in this time it's been tricky. Trying to fill all the hours of the day. But we're just trying to stay positive, have a positive mindset, and I know we'll get through this all together. Yeah. So just kind of push through.
That's a good attitude. Have you two been able to practice a little bit? Yeah, I think it's fair enough if you've got someone that close and someone who you're going to be quarantining with more often than not. I don't think it's too much of a danger for you two to go out and drill.
Yeah, luckily we're fortunate. We have some friends now in Arizona who have some pickleball courts in their backyards. So we're able to kind of get out there and play a little bit. And, we can't sit around for 3 weeks without playing pickleball now. So that's impossible.
No one can.
So not really going to the public parks, but more just going to people's backyards and playing at their courts. So luckily to have some good friends in Arizona.
It's fair to say that you two, when you're on the court together, are pretty much in sync. Do you ever get like a sense watching other teams who, there's a lot of teams out there that play together almost exclusively, but no one generally has the same kind of rhythm together that I've seen that you two. Is that something you actually noticed? Or is it just like, no, we just focus on us, everyone else can do their own thing?
Yeah, I think we're kind of just, in terms of that aspect, I think we're kind of just so focused on, our court positioning and movement and, kind of what we need to do to, be as successful as we can and win as many matches as we can. So I don't think we're necessarily looking at other teams, like their movement or their jiving together sort of thing. We're more looking at, the open court and, their strengths and weaknesses, that sort of thing. But in terms of like kind of good partnerships or who works well or who doesn't, that's not something really super high on the list for us, I don't think.
Riley, what do you think, man?
I think it is one of our strengths, growing up playing, tennis and all these sports together, we kind of know where each other's going to be at on the court, which is super helpful. And now just going on probably year number 2 of pickleball, now we kind of really can iron out, okay, am I going to take this shot? Is Lindsey going to take it? Now we know exactly what we're going to do before the other person hits it. A huge leg up on our competition where just kind of growing up together, and now we're just super comfortable with one another on the court.
That's fantastic. Yeah, it does seem like what you said is true. You're always kind of one step ahead.
Right.
So you two played tennis together? You were a mixed doubles team?
Yeah, we were mostly battling like on opposite sides of the court. We were both pretty decent singles players. We both gravitated towards singles just because, all the glory was on us or all the losses were on us, and we really liked that. So because we grew up on a really small island and we didn't have a big tennis club or even that big of like a tennis community, our biggest and best competitions were each other. So we would play for hours against each other, and very, very oftentimes it would get so heated and so bad that sometimes rackets were thrown. I won't say who, Riley. Mom and dad as line judges on both sides of the net. It was more intense than you would probably imagine, even at 9, 10, 11, 12 years old. But I think we've always kind of said that if we didn't have each other, we probably wouldn't be, the athletes that we kind of are today. And I think deep down, we're pretty thankful for those long battles and not talking on the car ride home because, it made us that much better.
That's so you said you grew up on a small island. I grew up on an island as well. But mine's probably a little bit.
I mean, I bet yours is way bigger though, right?
Maybe. I mean, Australia is, it's a good size, I guess, as far as islands go. But
we did have to take a ferry to get to the island. You drive on have you ever been on a ferry before, Morgan?
Have I been on a ferry? Yes. Yeah, no, I think so. Yeah. Wait, so where was this? Was this in Washington?
Yeah. So it's about 30 minutes north of Seattle. Then you would take a ferry to get to the island, and then we're about a 15-minute drive off the ferry boat to our home island. And we actually were raised on a golf course, just middle of 7 siblings. So anytime that we didn't see golfers, we kind of run up there and putt around, putting contests. And
that's fantastic. I went and did that exact thing yesterday. I snuck onto a golf course with my brother, and we had like a putting and chipping contest for 2 hours.
We had a ping pong table in the backyard,
wiffle ball,
you name this, indoor basketball, you name it. We were just getting after it.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So what was the name of the island?
Woodby Island.
Woodby.
Yeah, Woodby Island. You would drive your car onto the ferry and about a 15-minute crossing. Yeah.
Would be on the mainland if it wasn't an island, something like that.
Well, I guess you could say that, but it's kind of known for like a Navy base on the north side of the island. A lot of people live on the north side, but we were on the south side where not too many people lived. And actually, there was only one fast food restaurant. Can you name the one fast food restaurant that was on this side of the island?
Ooh.
Putting you on the spot, Morgan. Come on.
Oh, I'm guessing it's In-N-Out.
What? No.
Well, I don't know.
Morgan, who are we? What's our favorite fast food spot?
What do we always talk about?
Red Robin?
What?
No, McDonald's.
Oh, jeez.
What kind of a quack are you?
You gotta edit this out.
Well, okay.
No.
Dairy Queen.
Okay. Well, look,
that's where our Blizzards are.
That's right. Okay. Well, I didn't think that was a fast food chain.
Come on, you got to know your audience.
It seems like that's more of like an ice cream shop, isn't it?
Yeah, it's mostly kind of known for the ice cream. I know a lot of them in Arizona just have the ice cream, but actually some other ones have food too. So they have like, the typical chicken strips and fries and hamburgers and that sort of thing. So luckily ours had both food and ice cream, so we were constantly satisfied.
This is where it all went wrong, isn't it?
No one's really ever called us fast on the court because I think we've had so much Dairy Queen in our lifetime that we're a little bogged down from it.
All the
blizzards and ice cream really goes to like our hips and our waist. So we haven't really been called fast on the court, but
Lindsey Newman, you are the Dairy Queen. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I am the Dairy Queen.
Riley, you get to be King, Dairy King, I don't know, whatever that is.
Yeah, I got to get a sponsorship by Dairy Queen. That's what I'm working on.
You really should. Once they listen to the this podcast, I feel like I'm gonna be fired. But,
we'll get a lot of calls.
There's an open sleeve on my shirt, so I just wait for the DQ patch. Yeah.
We're going to take a quick break there for a little quick tip from our sponsor at Coach Me Pickleball.
Practice makes perfect, right? My name is Morgan Evans, and I have to tell you that practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes progress. That's why we've created Coach Me Pickleball. At Coach Me Pickleball, you'll find an extensive and growing library of lessons on topics covering every aspect of pickleball for every level of player. For one small monthly fee, you'll get access to every video in our library, with new content added every month. Check out CoachMePickleball.com to sign up for a free 7-day membership.
That's good stuff there. Okay, let's get back to the interview. as a team, and I'm just throwing myself in the mix there because I've done a little bit of coaching for you, but we've talked about your nutrition and what kind of things you eat during competition, before competition. Has it had any effect at all? Do you still generally go for, McDonald's breakfasts or Dairy Queen breakfast?
Well, Dairy Queen doesn't serve breakfast, so we won't go to Dairy Queen for breakfast, that's for sure.
Okay.
Before we had our chat with you, we definitely hit up the McDonald's drive-through quite a bit and things of that nature. After we had our sit down with you, we did make a very conscious effort to try to be a little better. I don't know how we would rate ourselves on that.
I think we're certainly better. I think we're doing a better job of definitely hydrating before and after matches, having some of those nutritional bars.
We both bought B12 I think it was B12 vitamins, right?
Oh, good. Now, did you actually put them in your mouth and swallow them? Because they don't work if they just sit in the bottle.
Yeah, well, no, because we only like the chewy kind.
Oh.
We bought the chewy kind because it reminds us of candy.
Oh, Flintstone's chewable vitamin B?
Yeah, so we actually bought some B12 vitamins. I know Riley went to the store and got those
Honey,
those zinger things or whatever. So, we are trying, typically you just have to tell us once or 10 times to do something before we actually do it.
Oh, you two. Firstly, how old are you exactly? I know a lot of people think you're twins, but you're not actually twins, are you?
No, we're not. I'm 29 and Riley is 26, almost 27.
Ooh, Riley, you got a birthday coming up.
Yep, I'll be 27 in June. So hopefully it'll be a good year for me.
Well, we're all just hoping that everyone on this podcast currently is going to survive until June. I feel like we've got a good chance, right?
That's true. Preach
it, yeah.
Well, in that case, you haven't hit neither one of you have hit 30 yet, and that's where a lot of people say, metabolism start changing a little bit, and that's when I first started to have to kind of take my diet somewhat seriously, and I still don't that badly, but during competition times.
I think we always usually just go with the quicker option, but now we're realizing, playing 7-8 matches a day against these tough teams, we're realizing that McDonald's Egg McMuffins in the mornings are not going to cut it until 5 p.m. So thanks to the ME coaching, we're doing a little better job of that.
Oh, God, I don't even have to do my own plugs anymore. It's brilliant.
You're welcome.
Riley, I have a question. So growing up playing tennis, you played against Mr. McGuffin a few times. What was it like playing against him as a tennis player and then, finally playing against him in pickleball and then teaming up with him?
Yeah, I played against him once. It was at the Bellingham Open. I remember it like it was yesterday. We would actually play for like some cash prizes. So we all graduated college by that point. It was in the summer. I remember the one match, was in the finals, of course, because Tyson's going to be in the finals. And it was a 3 to 4 hour long match. Just the longest points you could ever imagine. Just grinding out. I think Tyson went through about 7 different T-shirts, still wearing the short shorts that he's known for today.
Wow.
It was a battle. It was an absolute battle. He actually ended up winning it. So you're welcome for that, Tyson. I think he got the better of me on that one.
Aww.
No, it was really fun playing against him. He was an absolute warrior. Just what you see in pickleball. It was like that in tennis too. And so when he asked the partners for 2020, I knew that it was going to be a fun ride. So far I'm enjoying it.
I remember back in early 2019, talking to him about the sort of future and posing the question to him, if he and I weren't playing together, who does he think would be a good pick? And your name came up a few times. There was a few other players he was kind of looking at. I know Mr. Lung thought those two were going to play a few, but when you look at the kind of core willpower and drive that you both kind of share on the court, it does seem like there's a unanimous, never say die spirit that drives you, and you've already had some great results. So, good job, guys. Jeez.
Right. Yeah, that's definitely one of our strengths. Is I know that Tyson's going to bring it mentally and physically every match, and so then I can kind of worry about myself on my end of the court. Where if I focus on me, I know that Tyson will do his job, and I know that the results will come if we just both take care of what we can control on the court. And Tyson's he's a warrior, man. So I've enjoyed playing. I think we've done 4 tournaments this year, and each tournament we've got on the podium and got a gold under our name so far. So after your 2019 Hawaii Open gold, I couldn't come back with anything less than that after you set the bar so high. So I had to come up with a gold myself.
And you did. It's very impressive. It's an interesting tournament out there. Did you find the humidity to be kind of, well, I didn't come to this one obviously, but better or worse than US Open, Atlanta?
Oh, I think it wasn't nearly as bad. I thought the US Open is probably the worst tournament for humidity wise.
Yeah.
I think Riley and I both kind of struggled last year with it.
Hawaii, it wasn't too bad this year. It was probably about 30 to 40% humidity. It was about 70 degrees. It was, that ocean air coming off. It was really nice.
That sounds lovely. I think it's time for another episode of Pickleball Trivia. Welcome to Pickleball Trivia. I've got a couple of contestants on the line ready to do battle. Firstly, we've got Jane Paulson from Portland. How you doing, Jane?
Great. Thanks for having me, Morgan.
Pleasure. How you been spending your time during this tough time, let's be honest?
Doing what you got to do, doing my work, trying to deal with a teenager who has baby-like hours up at night, sleeping during the day, working on that.
Oh, that doesn't sound like fun.
Sounds like a teenager, right? So, yeah.
Well, hang in there. Your opponent today is none other than Mr. Matthew Sparks from Ohio. How you doing, Matthew?
Doing great, Morgan. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. Are you feeling confident about your chances against Jane?
Not at all.
Okay, well, at least you're honest. Jeez. Okay, well, so this is Pickleball Trivia. Contestant number 1 will be Jane. You will have the serve to start with. You'll be asked a pickleball-related question. If you get it right, you keep the serve, get your point, and you move on to answer more questions. If you get it wrong, unfortunately, or you pass, then it is a side out, and Matthew will have a chance to score. First player to get to 5 points has bragging rights and a essentially priceless Selkirk gift voucher. It could be millions, it could be $20, but it might be substantially more. Who knows? Are you ready to do battle?
Ready.
Fantastic. Okay.
Bring it, Morgan.
Oh, it'll be brought. You don't even have to worry about that. All right, Jane. This first question is for you. The Nasty Nelson is named after which player?
Do I get a multiple choice?
No. I mean, you could, but I would have to literally list every player, and there's a lot of us.
Yeah. Charles Nelson.
Charles Nelson. I have not met Charles. Unfortunately, that is incorrect, which means Matthew, you get a chance to steal the point and take the serve. Nasty Nelson, named after which player?
I will pass. I have no clue.
Okay, so, passing would mean it'd be going back to her. You might just get it right. Nothing to lose.
Bob Nelson.
Bob, ooh, inches away from greatness. Bob couldn't make it, unfortunately. It is Tim Nelson.
Ah.
Oh, well, okay, so no points, but that means, Jane, you keep the serve.
Oh, excellent. Still on serve.
Yeah, you're still on serve, don't you worry. Who were the 3 gentlemen that were said to have invented the game of pickleball?
Oh my gosh, these are hard questions.
I'm so sorry.
I would say Joel Pritchard, Bill Bell, and Barney McCullum.
Congratulations.
Whoop, whoop.
Well done. You are on the board. I am proud of you.
Thank you very much.
Next question for you, Jane. With the nickname El Condor, which player was recently admitted into the Pickleball Hall of Fame?
He's from our area.
Yes.
Yes. Can I check my Facebook friends? How long do I get?
No, you do not. You have 5 seconds. 4, 3. I feel like if it's on the tip of your tongue.
Enrique Ruiz.
Oh, did you check your Facebook?
I wouldn't. No, I did not.
Okay, we'll give it to you. All right.
I couldn't do it that fast. The millions of friends, I just wouldn't load that fast.
Fair enough. Well, congratulations. You get the point and you continue.
I play with him. I should know that, right?
And it turns out you did.
First time I played with him, he did, this may shock people, drop shot return, then lobbed over our heads. I could barely play pickleball. He had fun, though.
Okay, well, as long as he had fun, that's the important thing.
It was fun. It was quite an introduction.
All right. Okay, so you get to continue here. Yoda refers to which famous pickleball player?
There's another one I know. Friedenberg.
Yeah, got to be more specific. That's not, it's not like Heisenberg from Breaking Bad. He has a first name, and we will need it.
I can't go with Yoda Friedenberg.
No.
I got the Friedenberg.
Yeah. No, you did.
That doesn't count.
And I'm semi proud of you.
All right. Should I throw it out there since I already lose if I don't get it?
I would. Yeah.
Okay. Yep, Mark Friedenberg.
Oh, you got it.
Boom, boom. See, I played against him too once. He's a great player.
He is a good player. He's deceptive. Very deceptive.
And the short hop return.
I actually did that to him in an indoor tournament, literally, I think 2 or 3 months before he needed to have hip surgery. 2 or 3 times in a row. I felt like a horrible person, but oh well. Okay, so that means you get to continue here. You're only 2 points away from victory. We've never had a shutout, so Matthew, we're going to have to get you back in the game somehow.
I haven't even served yet.
This is true. Well, you had a chance to steal a point and serve, but...
That is true, but yeah.
Billie Jean King and Bobby Riggs played a legendary tennis match called the Battle of the Sexes in 1973. In 2017, 2 pickleball players attempted the same feat. Who were they?
Simone Jardim and Scott Moore.
Jane, you're a machine.
Well, I happen to have watched that one. Morgan, I'm kind of new to pickleball, newer now compared, but, so I watched it.
You watched it. Very good, very good. All right, well, that means you're only 1 point away from a complete shutout.
Now he's looking for a stumper.
No. All right, for the win, what is my middle name? That's a pickleball-related question.
I appreciate the background help. Daniel.
Daniel? No, that's a different pickleball person. Matthew, this might be asking a lot, but I believe in you.
I'm going to say between Morgan Evans, Daniel would sound really good.
Okay, so you do know Jane went with Daniel.
Oh, no, I didn't. No, I was saying she did a good guess. That sounded good. So my guess would be James, my son's middle name. Let's hope it's that.
Ah, okay. It is unfortunately not James. It is actually Morgan.
Oh,
It's a weird one, I know.
So what's your first name, or are you Morgan?
That would be weird, wouldn't it? No. Actually, my first name is Robert.
I should have known that if I knew my history.
Yeah, Robert Morgan Evans. All right, so Jane, that means you keep the serve. Who won the women's senior pro singles in the original US Open? The very first, inaugural.
Do I get a year?
No, it was the first year. I mean, I could tell you which year it was the first year.
Okay, that would help.
It was 2015.
Oh, 2015.
Sorry, no, 2016. Sorry, my bad.
Oh, 2016. Cammie McGregor.
It was not, unfortunately. Incorrect. Matthew, you get a chance to steal this one.
You said senior?
Yes.
Loncourt.
You're going with Jen LaCour?
Yes.
Unfortunately, that is incorrect. The correct answer is Bonnie Williams.
Wow, go Bonnie. I should have got that. She's from here.
Yeah, Jane, I was with you. I really thought you had a chance to close it out.
I know it.
Luckily, you keep the serve, and you still have a chance to win this. All right. What year was the first ever official pickleball tournament?
Oh my gosh. 1984.
That is incorrect. You were just throwing darts in the dark, weren't you? Yeah. All right. That means, Matthew, you get a chance here, bud. What year?
1976. The year I was born. Let's go with that.
76? That is correct.
Yeah!
Congratulations. Did you guess that? Did you know that? Did you guess it?
I guessed it. It's the year I was born.
Okay, well, that was a good year. Good year for pickleball, good year for Matthews. All right, very nice. That means you are on the board, and you get a chance to close the gap. Right now, we've got Jane with 4 points. You have 1.
At least I'm on the board.
You are, yeah. All right. In a typical game to 11, Each side is allowed 2 timeouts. However, how many timeouts are allowed in a game to 15?
I'm going to say still, one game. Yeah, it's still 2 timeouts.
All right, Gotti, I've stumped a few people on that one. Well done. Well done. Congratulations, that is correct. So you're moving on. Another chance. Which major network was first to air a major pickleball championship?
I'm hoping it's CBS Sports.
That is correct.
All right.
Yes. Oh, and you added in the sports bit. That's crucial.
Well, it wasn't on like major, like regular CBS. So yeah.
No, definitely not. All right. And the next question for you. You're doing well. You feel like you're on a bit of a run? You feeling confident?
Yeah, I feel some confidence now.
Good man. Good man. Okay. What is the maximum total dimension of a USAPA approved pickleball paddle? So this is the total dimension, length plus width.
27.
27 is incorrect, unfortunately. Jeez. I had high hopes for you, mate. High hopes. I don't think Jane's going to get this one wrong. I think she knows her math, but I could be wrong. Jane, you have a chance to steal the point and the win, the maximum total dimensions.
19.
19. Unfortunately, that is incorrect as well. I'm so sorry, Jane. You had a chance to finish it. It is 24 inches.
That was my first guess. Go with your first guess.
You gotta go with your first one.
I know.
Oh. Okay. That means, Matthew, you keep the serve.
All right.
And a chance to continue points. All right. With a booming voice, which famous referee is originally from Ghana?
Oh, I can see him in my head. She's going to get this. I can't think of his name. I've actually, in Michigan, he reffed one of my matches at the Beer City Open, but I can't think of his name.
You're going to throw out a guess there?
I know, because I don't want to mispronounce it to the point where it's embarrassing. So I will pass.
Fair enough. Well, there's chivalry in that. There's honor in not mispronouncing his name. Okay, this means, Jane, you got a chance for the win. Who is it?
Byron Fresso.
Byron Fresso for the win. Congratulations.
Woo-hoo, Byron.
Jane Paulson from Portland. You are now basically the pride of Portland.
I appreciate that.
Well done. Matthew, unfortunately, no prizes for you, but did you have fun anyway?
I had an absolute blast. Thank you so much.
Good stuff. Whatever we can do to pass the time and give people something light to listen to.
Thanks for doing it, Morgan.
Pleasure. Thank you both for coming on, and we'll see you again soon. On the courts, hopefully.
On the courts. Cheers.
Take care.
All right. Take care, guys. Cheers. Well, that was Pickleball Trivia. I've seen better, I've seen worse. Let's get back to the Newmans. So for you two, growing up, obviously, up in the Pacific Northwest, when you do go to have to play tournaments like out in Atlanta or Naples, Florida, do you find that your body doesn't react well? You have to do different things, especially when the ball is so soft and the rallies go for so much longer. Does it change anything for you two?
I don't think so. I mean, I think Riley and I are kind of the last people we think to make, I don't want to say excuses, but just kind of, well, I guess excuses is the right word. I mean, for us, it's like, you know, we're not the only people that have to deal with the humidity or the court conditions or, you know, this and that. And so, you know, if we can't control it, it's going to be something that we're really not going to worry about. We're out there to do one job, and that's to win. So whatever it takes to do that, whether it's playing in a lot of humidity, whether it's playing in a lot of wind, or, you know, about the different kind of ball that we're going to use. I mean, that stuff really doesn't come on our radar. It's really not stuff we worry about.
I think one thing we were going to do this year, as opposed to different from other years, I was trying to get Lindsey to go out to Florida a little bit earlier than normal, gives ourselves just a couple days, have the body acclimate to that humidity. Because it is tough. I mean, coming from Arizona, it's just the dry heat.
Yeah.
So I really wanted her to get out there a couple days earlier before the event. And so I think I was on the right track. Then obviously, you know, the tournament's canceled. But I think going out a couple days earlier, you know, getting used to it really helps the body.
Oh, it's a huge, huge benefit. And Riley, I know you both play singles as well. Were you planning on playing singles at the US Open?
Actually, I was not. No, I was not going to play singles and just kind of focus on men's dubs and mix.
Well, both of those you certainly have a very good chance to win. But I'd be sad if I didn't see you play singles anymore, mate. It's you had a good run.
I know. I know. Yeah, even World Florida, got on the podium there. But to be honest, it's such a grind in singles, and I kind of have a bum knee from basketball. It's an old basketball injury, and usually singles events are the first tournament draws of the weekend. So then it's like I'm breaking my body, and then I'm tired and sore for my epic men's and mixed matches. So it just makes more sense to just kind of cool it a little bit with the singles and just focus on men's and mix.
Good man. I came to the same conclusion, I think, in 2016, something like that. It was just too much of a tax, and I felt like I couldn't give my best game in doubles, which would, in turn be letting my partner down.
Exactly.
Sure.
And the prize money usually is not as good as the doubles. So it's like you break your body for less dough. Doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's a whole lot less Dairy Queen.
And that means a lot to us. You know that.
It does. It is amazing. You too. One thing I realized about you two early on is, with having so many siblings, big household, there's 9 of you, 10 of you?
There's 7 of us kids.
And a couple of adults somewhere along the lines, I'm hoping.
And our 2 parents, yeah. So 9 Newmans total.
Yeah. So the kind of hunger that, and I don't mean physical, maybe physically as well at some point.
Well, that's true, yeah.
But the kind of drive to, to one up, in this case, just your siblings, but there's a hunger that a lot of people won't ever experience unless they have to. And you look at kind of Eastern European tennis players, for example, who often their profession is a way to get out of poverty. And I'm not saying you guys were in that exact situation, but it would appear that it's kind of added to your drive and kind of determination to put, slightly higher quality meals on the table, hopefully?
Yeah. I mean, I think, we've always been very open that, we grew up with mostly like only my dad working. And like we talked, I mean, there was 7 of us kids and my mom and dad, and we had such a blessed childhood and we absolutely loved every single second of it. But growing up in such a big competitive family, it really was like, the Hunger Games, meaning, you're always trying to outdo the next person. You never want to be last. You always want to be first. And that sort of mentality has really stuck with us throughout our entire lives of playing sports and even just doing other things. That's kind of one of the reasons why we have done as, I guess, kind of well as we have, is because we just are so obsessed with trying to be the best and knowing that we'll spend 6 hours on a court to get the desired outcome we want, and there is not anything that we won't do. And
even like going back to the dinner stuff, like there'd be 7 siblings, so you go in, line up for your spaghetti, right? And everyone files through. You're usually pushing because you want to get the first batch, and if you don't, you got to really eat quickly, because if you don't eat quickly, well then shoot, you're not going to get seconds. So everything you did was at the dinner table on the sports courts. It was always you're looking over your shoulder with your siblings and just
it was constant,
ultra competitive.
I mean, even we had a basketball hoop in the living room growing up, and to determine who had to brush their teeth first, we would do free throw competitions with the little plastic orange ball. And it was one thing my parents instilled in us was being competitive and wanting to win, and that drive to absolutely, do whatever it took to win. And so, I mean, that was something they started really early on. And it's something that even us being outside of the house and being on our own is something we haven't lost yet.
So essentially your advice to all your fans is that if you want your kids to really succeed in life, and make sure you have at least 7 of them.
Well, I mean, I would say at least, put a basketball hoop in the living room, Maybe don't make enough for seconds, make them fight over it, that sort of thing.
You guys should write a book.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know how many copies it would sell.
Seller right there.
Yeah, the Newman's Guide to Life in Pickleball.
Yeah, I know. I think we'll have pretty competitive kids, that's for sure.
No doubt.
All right, now we're going to move into a little bit of a sibling rivalry game show here.
Oh.
As you know, I've asked you both to come up with some questions that you think might stump the other person.
Okay.
I'm going to go back and forth, and we're going to see who comes out on top. See who knows each other best.
Okay. Now, Morgan, if you had to guess, who would come out on top in this game?
Well, geez, I'm going to say Haley.
Hey,
You're playing.
Okay.
You're playing the mutual card. I play that all the time.
I'm going to split the difference. Somehow she's going to turn up and win.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Switzerland on this one. No, if I was to guess, I would usually go with the older sibling.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
All right, well, you better keep the scoreboard tallies over there.
Keep it for sure. This is not going to be for fun, that's for sure.
All right, Riley, are you ready?
Let's do it.
What was the make and model of Lindsay's very first car?
Oof. I'm pretty sure it was a green Kia Forte.
Is that correct?
He got the green right. It was actually a green Ford Focus.
Oh, shoot.
That I spent my own hardworking money on.
Well, do I get half a point for that?
I don't know. No chance. Sorry. She's competitive.
No.
Ooh, good question. All right.
Okay, Lindsay, what is Riley's go-to in-and-out order?
Ooh, I'm actually pretty confident on this one.
Okay.
I'm going to say a strawberry milkshake, and then I'll say a double plain.
All right. Tell me, Riley.
And she got partial points as well. She forgot the French fries on top of that. So just like I didn't get the whole point, she doesn't get it.
What?
I have a funny feeling I know how the rest of this game's going to go. Riley, your next question.
Mm-hmm.
What was the very first concert Lindsay went to? And you get a bonus point if you can guess who she was with.
And Morgan, I will just say, I recently did a little questionnaire and it was all over Facebook. So Riley actually should have known this answer if you read the little tidbit that was featured on Facebook.
Oh, I think I just saw it too. I think it's I'm going to go with the initials of BS, Britney Spears.
Do you want to guess who I went with, if that's correct?
Gonna go with.
Remember, that's just a bonus point.
It is just a bonus point. Actually, I don't want to give him that option. Britney Spears was my very first concert.
Oh, I got it right. I'm on the board.
All right. Riley is in the lead.
Dang, that hurts.
Love it.
Okay, Lindsay, where is Riley's dream professional tennis tournament to attend to in person?
Ooh. You know what, Morgan? Just because it's you, I'm going to say the Aussie Open.
Oh, that was so bad of an accent. So bad.
That was so bad.
So
bad.
Lindsay,
you loses points for that accent.
You lose points for that.
What?
Yeah,
I honestly thought I was like a native of Australia.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my god. Now, in fairness, if you went there and you didn't say anything to anybody, I think a lot of them would think you are Aussie. You have the look of us. Cervico.
Thank you. I think I would, and then I would throw in I'd throw in my natural accent, and they would be like, "Oh my gosh, I feel like you're my next door neighbor."
There's no points for that. You've lost 7 points already.
No.
Morgan, don't give her pity points, all right? But she is correct. The Aussie Open in Melbourne, I have got to go. It is on my list in the next few years here.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, so that's 1 point apiece with 2 questions remaining.
Okay.
Tied it up.
All right, Lindsay. What is Riley's next big purchase for his new house in Arizona?
Ooh, that's a good question. I've been bugging him so much about redoing and upgrading his kitchen. And me being the wonderful sister that I am, I offered to help him with that. So I'm going to say it is a new kitchen remodel.
New kitchen remodel?
What?
Oh.
Are you serious? Yeah, I was.
The kitchen part's right, but the number one thing I want to do is get a hot tub in my backyard.
Oh, okay.
Well, what is it, Morgan? Because he said the kitchen was right, but then he said he wants a hot tub like that. No, wrong.
What's my game show?
You two are terrible. Oh my god.
No points awarded.
That
Okay,
really
so
makes
that's
zero
hot tub,
sense.
right?
Hot tub. I got to get one.
Why do you want to get one, Riley? Who's going to be in there?
Ooh, this is taking a turn, isn't it?
I'm a single bachelor living it up in my own house. I think I just need some company.
I know, but what kind of company?
I don't think you need to know that.
Well,
big
I think I
sis.
do. I would like to know who's going to be over there.
Just
Morgan, are you kind of curious too, or is it just
I'm
me?
going to leave this one alone.
Oh my gosh!
Come on, you can't
man.
put me in that.
Next
Come on, a man.
Oh, lame.
A
Next
man's man
question.
cave is his own.
That's
He's
right.
got to be,
Uh-huh.
Bros before hoes.
Yes, and I think we're okay. I think we're okay with editing there. That should be fine. Everyone knows that expression.
What?
Oh, get it out of here.
Oh, you
sorry.
too. We're going to do this again next week. Okay, we're moving on. We've got questions to ask here, people. All right, over to Riley. What is Lindsay's favorite carnival or fair ride?
Oof. Carnival fair ride. I really know she loves a good old-fashioned bumper cars.
Bumper cars. All right. Is that correct, Lindsay?
No, it's the Scrambler. The only one on Whidbey Island.
Yeah, but with the bumper cars, you always try and
We
hit people
didn't-
and you get
Why
really
not?
nasty with it.
Bumper cars, I won't lie, was a close second or third, but it's definitely the Scrambler. It was a classic at the Island County Fair.
Oh, the old Island County Fair, where dozens of people came to hang out, I imagine.
Dozens and dozens.
Dozens.
Stand in line to watch the Newmans throw down all the milk bottles you could imagine.
All right, we're on to the last questions here, guys.
Ooh. Okay, so we're both tied, right? 1-1?
Yeah, you've got one each.
Okay.
Lindsay, this is for you. What is Riley's favorite thing to do in his hometown of Seattle?
Well, first of all, Seattle is not his hometown.
It's right next to it. Right next to it.
Okay, this question is rigged. His favorite thing, I will say Riley's favorite thing is to attend the M's games.
Rats.
Go Mariners.
Rats. You got it. Shoot.
She got it. Oh, Lindsay, congratulations.
Coming in hot.
That is impressive.
Our family are big baseball people. She got it. So, okay, point awarded.
Okay, Lindsay's got the point. This means, Riley, the best you can do is tie here. Okay? It's not easy.
Always settling for ties in this family.
But you may get to eat, so.
That's
Yeah,
true.
she is making tacos after this. So,
All right, Riley. What is Lindsay's favorite meal that Mum makes?
favorite meal that Mom makes. Well, I don't know if it's the favorite, but I know we had it probably 4 out of 7 days a week, just because it's the easiest to make. But I am going to go with corn weenie noodle, which is pasta.
Corn weenie.
Spaghetti.
All right, is that correct?
Wow, I'm shocked you got that.
Okay, and we have a tie.
That's correct.
Oh, this is perfect.
Stupid. Morgan, have you ever had a corn weenie noodle meal?
I can honestly tell you, I definitely have not had a corn weenie noodle.
Wow, that's a bummer. Next time you're on Whidbey Island, hit us up and you can have a
Okay.
Newman Classic. Definitely not healthy.
I will.
It feeds a lot of
Okay,
people
I will
for
write that
cheap.
down. Do you think, Lindsay, when you start making these babies, are you going to be, creating that culinary masterpiece for your kids?
Oh, yeah, I don't know if corn weenie noodle will be on the menu. Unless we have a big family affair going on here. I think because of your inspiration, Morgan, I'm going to feed my kids only organic green leaf vegetables.
Oh my! Okay, I never said that. I said, yeah.
That's what it sounded like coming out of your mouth to us.
It did.
Okay, well, you don't catch me eating too many organic green leaf vegetables.
Oh, good.
But what I do have in the morning, basically every morning, is like a super greens powder, and I mix it with an amino acid thing, so it tastes okay. So I get like 2 or 3 serves of greens in this little powder form. It saves me having to worry about stuff like broccoli.
But you don't actually put like kale or spinach.
Oh no,
Oh.
no, it's all in there. It's all in there. But I don't want to put, sprouts or broccoli.
Is it like really in there though? If it's just like a powder?
Yeah. I mean, I trust the label. It's pretty good. Gets good reviews.
Okay. Sure. Okay.
Good.
I'll
Well,
trust you.
that's the key to any good coach. Just trust me. Do what I say, not what I do. Really.
Okay, I got it. Won't argue.
Good girl. Well, I appreciate it. Guys, this has been way too much fun. You gonna happy to be coming back? Do it again sometime?
Absolutely.
Count us in.
Anytime.
Count us in.
Awesome. Fantastic. We will see you again soon. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been Team Newman, Riley and Lindsey Newman, the power couple, power sibling. We'll definitely call it power sibling, shall we?
Sibling for sure. All right. Thank you.
Thanks,
you.
Morgan.
All right.
Appreciate you having us.
No worries. Take care, guys. Stay safe. That was the Newmans. I'm Morgan Evans, and this has been More or Less Pickleball. This podcast is powered by Selkirk. So, as a message to Forrest, I need you to edit that entire thing.